So today I want to talk about this game, Senua Saga Hellblade 2. I'm not reviewing the game. I'm not talking about how good it is or how bad it is. That conversation has been going on for the past few days. The reviews are out. The people are talking. Whatever. I'm not gonna be talking about that. Actually, I haven't played the game. I just started playing the game. I like for probably the first half hour. So I'm actually going to play it just because I want to see the game for myself. Like, I want to experience it for myself and have my own opinion. And I'll probably, even though I don't like doing reviews and such, but I'll probably talk about it in a different video because this is a case that it got me very intrigued. Anyways, I'm not going to be talking about that now. What I'm going to be talking about is, again, I've done this in a few videos. I'm going to talk about the positioning and the marketing perspective of what's going on with this game. Because I don't think they, I think that Senua Saga Hellblade got hit by a perfect storm that Xbox and Microsoft are responsible for. Um, so, I mean, let's start at the beginning. We know what's going on with, we've heard what's going on with Xbox. They come from, a couple of years, maybe a few years of not delivering good content, not delivering amazing games. The level of scrutiny by gamers is like no other, in my opinion. Like, they have to deliver 10 out of 10s games, and if they're not 10 out of 10, then they're crap. And that's kind of the expectation from the gamers and from the fans, and they haven't been able to deliver, other than Hi-Fi Rush, they haven't been able to deliver a over a 7 out of 10 game, in my opinion. So overall, they have this perception of not being capable or able to deliver on good games, especially in comparison with PlayStation, which has the completely different reputation in terms, or it's a completely different expectation that gamers have and fans have from their games. Um, so comes from that, then with the whole thing of the shutting down studio rampage, especially because of, like I mentioned, Hi-Fi Rush, a great game, maybe a 8 9, the only game that I would say it's over 7 out of 10, um which is probably an 8 or a 9 for me. And then they shut down that studio that made that game, even after saying they did perfectly fine. Again, if you wanna see that video, I have a video about how what big of a PR problem they have because of all that. I don't know. I'll link it or whatever, or in the description. However, or you can go to my channel, subscribe, and go to my videos, and you can see that video. I'm talking about that. Anyways, um, all of that is happening at Microsoft with Microsoft and Xbox. They are in this horrible situation, and here comes Senua Saga Hellblade 2, launching in the middle of all of these, when all of these issues are as hot as, hotter than ever, let's say. And the conversation is actually even toxic online, right? Comes Senua Saga, the next game coming from an Xbox studio. Now, that whole situation turned this game into, how can I say this? That whole situation with Microsoft created such huge expectations for this game. Um, and that whole situation with the problems that they've been having actually hyped this game in a way that I don't think they wanted to. Um, because you can see that they really didn't put a lot of marketing in this game, behind this game, like to promote this game, Senua Saga. They really didn't put a lot out there, and I actually agree with not putting that much marketing or the same kind of marketing for this game, that they will put to for a AAA game, a bigger game, for the masses and such. So thing is that really, I think that Senua Saga had inadvertently become like the Xbox game right now at the moment, in this, in this times. And I don't think Ninja Theory nor Microsoft or Xbox really intended for that. That created a perfect storm for this game to be as divisive as it is. Because then it became this game, like the game that's gonna save Xbox. That's gonna, like like season 4 for Diablo 4, everybody's saying like this is the last opportunity, this is the last chance Diablo Blizzard has to make Diablo good. This is basically the atmosphere that's going on. Like, okay, Hellblade is the game that's gonna, the last chance for Xbox. I'm sorry. And I don't think this was the game for that. I actually agree that this game should have been kept very low key, because the problem, actually, you remember the launch? Let's see if I can find it. You remember not the launch, but the announcement? The announcement trailer back in the day was like in 2019 or something like that. Yeah, 2019. Let me just play it here. Yeah, this one. I would have never done this to begin with. This is actually placing this game in a spotlight that really, they marketing wise, it put the game in a spotlight that it never needed to be put on. Because the thing is that Blade isn't a game for everyone. It isn't a game for everyone. It's a very niche game. Even the first one, it's a very, well, not even. I'm talking about the first one, right? It's the only one that I've played, not this one. But for everything that I've seen and heard, this game, it kind of follows a little bit that same mood and that same approach, even though there's a lot of commentary of how the first one is better than this one and has more gameplay than this one. I don't care about that. I'm not talking about that anyways, but the thing is that this game was not intended for everyone. It's not for everyone. The target audience of this game is a very niche. It's like putting out there a black metal album and market it to hip hop listeners, or people who listen to ballads, you know. um it's not gonna resonate. So one of the issues with this big announcement and then those big trailers is that created a hype that wasn't necessary for this type of game, right? I can understand that visually it works for the brand. It kind of it's kind of showing what the Xbox is capable of. To be honest, it's really what Unreal Engine is capable of, but people don't know that. The most gamers on console, casual players who are not like as involved in gaming as we are, or I am, they don't know that. So I can see that point, but to be honest, that was the wrong marketing approach. And then they just shut up about the game right before the game was going to launch, which I think it should have been kept that way. It should have been more like announcing the game, not in such a huge way, or maybe in that huge way. That's fine. And then just leave it at that. Um, I would have kept it very low key, to be honest. Because or be very selective and very strategic on where and how I'm going to announce it. Because maybe that announcement was great. Okay, perfect. But in that showcase, maybe wasn't the right place to make such a big announcement. Because this is an art house game. This is an artistic game, a visual narrative experience game that is not for everyone. It's not for everyone. And then this this whole big thing announcement and hype that they try to create, ne- obviously they never expected this whole other thing happening at Microsoft with getting so many studios shut down and not being able to deliver on good games and Redfall and all this crap that's going on with them. Um, this whole thing, that unnecessary hype that they created at the beginning, and then this all these issues that they have created this perfect storm for basically setting Senua Saga for failure, setting up Senua Saga Hellblade 2 to failure, for failure. How do you say it? Um that is my opinion on the situation. Again, I'm not defending the game or I'm not trashing the game. What I'm talking about is the marketing, because what happens right now, what is happening right now, and this is basically why I'm gonna play the game. I mean, I was gonna play the game anyways, but I wasn't rushing. Like, I wasn't hyped about this game. I wasn't like crazy. I can't wait for the game. No, I was like, oh, cool, and I eventually play it. I have Game Pass. I can. But now I'm just curious. But not I'm not curious about the game, which is bad. It's curious about playing the game and seeing what everybody is saying, experiencing and see what my opinion is gonna be. Because I have um I have a feeling that most of the people, most of the gamers that are on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, most of the people trashing the game aren't even the game's target audience in the first place. I'm I'm the only thing, the only thing that I have to do to say I'm 100% sure about that, or to be 100% certain about that, the only thing would be playing the game. That's why I'm gonna play the game, because I want to kind of make sure that I'm in the right there and not wrong. But I am more convinced than not that this is the case. This is why this game is being so divisive. Um, and yeah, so I just wanted to talk about that because this is how important marketing is in games. You cannot sell all of the games in the same way as if the target audience are just gamers or an age range. That it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. And the marketing, intentional and unintentional for this game, because a part of shutting down studios and the bad rep that Microsoft and Xbox are getting, and the fact that they haven't been delivering good games, that's an unintentional marketing consequence. Not marketing, but it's an unintentional it's unintentionally hurting the marketing of Senua Saga's Hellblade 2 because it inadvertently put Senua Saga in a position of being the Xbox game that's gonna get him out of the hole. And this game, even if it was the greatest, even if no one even if it was universally loved, let's say, no bad reviews by either side, the press or the people, gamers, regular gamers or content creators and such. Even if it was universally praised and loved, this is not the game savior. This is not the type of game that's gonna save or pull Microsoft and Xbox out of the hole they've dug for themselves. So I wanted to say that. I want to talk about that because this is how important marketing and knowing how to market a game is. It's very important. And I bet that the main reason this game is being so divisive, and I bet that the main reason this game is getting so much negative reviews, and it's been and some of the conversations around it have been so negative, is because it found itself in a very bad spot that didn't help its marketing, and probably, most likely, all of that negative voice comes from people who aren't even the target audience for this game. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Hit the like button, subscribe. Let's start the conversation. If you want to yell at me, go ahead in the comment section. I'm pretty sure some of you are not gonna like this video, but that's what I like. I really like getting into arguments because we all gotta have our own criteria, and we are gonna defend our own criteria, but with base, with substance. So go ahead, start the conversation in the comments below, and let's discuss this situation. Have you been playing Hellblade? Have you played the first one? Are you playing the second one? Did you play it? Did you like it? Didn't like it? Let me know too. And again, subscribe, hit the like button, share with your friends. That will help me out a lot with this channel, very small channel. See you later, my friends.